Hi, it's Dennis Youssef here from Inspired Growth Training. Now, this has got to be one of my most favorite sessions and training that I actually do. I really enjoy educating real estate agents on how they can win the presentation. You know, there's so many points that you need to be acting upon, and so many strategies and things that you should be putting in place that's going to help you before the presentation, and even systems that you should be putting in place after the presentation as well. I can't sit here today and say that I got every single listing signature on the dotted line, should we say, at the presentation, because I didn't. It took a whole lot of work prior to the presentation and follow-up systems and procedures after it, for me to be able to get that. If there's anyone out there that gets the listing at every single appointment, and the first appointment, then we need to swap positions. It does take a lot of work that's involved. But today, the training is all about simplifying that work. So we're going to be sharing with you what to do before and after the listing presentation. And I've even got a few things to do while you're at the presentation as well. Before we get started, the terminology, it is in Australian terminology, obviously working in 4 countries. Our spelling, it is using British and Dennis Youssef for spelling as well. Be sure to check your legislation on anything that we talk about during our training. Be sure that you are cross-referencing that with your own legislation, because we are dealing with 4 countries and every state as well. Questions, you can write down the questions at the end, or please go into our group and have a look at our Facebook group, the Inject Growth Series training page, so you can have a sticky beak and ask any questions in there. Obviously, you can email us as well. Now, you are all our members and you have got access to all of the recordings. If you don't have access to it, then please contact us. You can go just email Darlene at inspiredgrowthtraining.com and she'll give you your email login. So let's hook into this session. So what to do before and after the listing presentation. So we're going to share with you today, know what to do before the presentation, learn video techniques and strategies to use before your listing presentation, before the actual appointment. So this is before you actually get to the door and sit down with your potential clients and share with them why they should be listing with you. And then we're going to be going through a follow-up procedure after you've had that opportunity to pitch for the business. So an inquiry comes into the office. Okay, so the first thing that you obviously need to be doing, sometimes you're not going to be in the office, okay, when that inquiry comes in, but you need to be tracking those leads that are coming in. So fill in your new management checklist form. Okay, there's the Inspect Real Estate IRE BDM checklist that you could have up there. It's the name, the phone number, the email. Okay, you also need the address, and be sure to be asking about a date with regards to when they plan on moving out, and ask your listening questions to qualify the clients. So if you don't want your front desk person, okay, your reception or whomever is answering those calls on your behalf, to be asking these questions, you are better off asking them yourself. So just get them to get the basic information, and then you can take care of the rest. So you need to be learning how you're going to be winning the business before you get to the appointment. Okay, and I'm going to share with you some of the questions that we can be asking. Firstly, how did they find out about us? It's so important that you need to be knowing where the lead came from. How did you find out about us? They could turn around and say, I heard you're strict. My brother rents off you. My daughter rents off you. Or, we see your for lease signs everywhere. Whatever it is, you need to know where it's coming from. Or we purchased it off you. Okay, you need to ask. So you can then go to wherever or whomever referred the business to you and thank them. And then try and find out everything you possibly can. Have you had any experience in real estate? You need to know what they enjoyed about real estate and what they didn't enjoy about real estate. So if it's something that they didn't like, you can then have those processes ready about you sharing with them what you have in place so those sad things that they had experienced doesn't occur. For example, if they were a tenant, they might say, oh, we used to rent off a company and they never got back to us whenever we had any maintenance issues. Well, obviously, if you're using Maintenance Manager, you could then share with them that each tenant gets an app that they can automatically put in the process of submitting some maintenance requests that need to be done, and then they can track it at all times. Okay, what are you looking for in an agent? So this is helping us ask what style of an agent they're looking for. Are they looking for someone that's strict? Are they looking for someone that's going to get a tenant quick? Are they looking for someone based on fees? Whatever it is, it's questions. My favorite question of all time is, what concerns do you have about renting out your home? Because this particular question, it's got all of the questions, the 3 points above, enrolled into one. If they say, I'm worried the property is going to sit vacant too long, I'm worried the property is, going to be trashed when the tenants vacate, or I'm concerned the rent's not going to get paid, you then work on what systems and procedures you've got in place. A, attract a good quality tenant, how you market the properties quickly and better so you can get a tenant faster, or whatever the thing is that overcomes their concern. So the inquiry comes into the office. You've filled in your new management checklist. Okay, you've asked your listening questions so you can qualify your potential clients. Okay, now your job is to educate and dominate. Please remember, your presentation is about going there to close the deal. Hear out those words again. You're not going to a presentation when you're going to somebody's home to pitch for the business. It's not about you standing there and talking. It's not you about sharing everything you do. That needs to be done prior to it. They've already called you. They've gained your trust. They're getting you to come into their home, so they obviously trust you even more. Now it's about educating that you're the market leader. Okay, so you've asked those questions. Now it's time to go in there for the close. Okay, so book your appointment, okay, and send them a calendar invitation. Okay, so if you're using Outlook, you can go into the calendar compartment. Same with the Google appointments on your Google Calendar, and you can double click on the calendar and create an appointment and send them. You can invite attendees, and that's simply by putting their email address in there, and they get a notification that it can be added in and that you're coming to the property. Send off your information in relation to your questions that you asked them, which is in relation to the conversation that you had with them. If they are worried about their property sitting vacant too long, you may want to send off some information on how you market the property. So you market premier listings on realestate.com, or show them the different options of how they can market through REA. There is a report that you can print out by actually going into the realestate.com agent admin section, and you can punch in their address and it brings the photo of their property up. They have got a photo of every single property in Australia. Okay, and then you can print out the marketing example, and it'll be the client's house that you're going to. Okay, and it'll have the premier, the highlighted, and the standard listing. So you can actually physically show them these are options of how we can market your property. Send your pre-listing kit that sells your services and points of differences. So this is what you're emailing them. Thanks for your time on the phone today. Appreciate our time. Our appointment is booked. So confirm the appointment, and then you can actually send some attachments to them in relation to everything that they're concerned about. These are just some examples. If you've got a property management brochure, people love seeing who they're dealing with. We're becoming such a personalized business these days. People want to know who they're dealing with face to face. Social media is doing that as well. So send them a property management brochure of the team, and you can even highlight who would be managing the property, because I was a BDM, so I wasn't the one actually going to be managing the property. So I would be educating them at this point. Okay, at the phone call before I get to the door, so I didn't have those issues of, oh, but Dennis, you're a really nice guy. We want you to manage the property. I'd be saying, no, you don't. Okay, so marketing examples of how, you guys are doing all of your marketing. So I'm not talking about the property marketing because that's the next point. So different styles of marketing, social media, newspaper, booklets, example, whatever it is. And then you've got your property management, property marketing examples. Some agencies that I deal with have a prospectus, okay, of why they should be used. You frequently asked questions, profiles, service guarantees. The list is there for you, there for them to use, okay. I do like example routine inspections and a condition report, so it shows how strict you are in relation to other agents, okay. And office promotions, there's some more attachments. Testimonials are obviously really, really important as well. Okay, and you've got your services that you could be using in products, your EBN landlords insurance, My Connect, etc. Okay, all of the flyers that are out there. So you've got multiple attachments. So I've just shown you about 20 attachments that you can put in there, and that is nuts. So I'm going to share with you now an example. So this is on how you can actually have this all sent in as one PDF. So I'll just hit play on this video for you. Hi everyone, Dennis Yusuf here from Inspired Growth Training. So I have built a mock-up example of a pre-listing kit that can be emailed out to any potential client. This one is just around myself and Inspired Growth Training. The one that you need to be building is obviously around yourself and your company, your real estate office. So at the beginning, we've got a little bit of information on who I am, the conference here as an example as well. Very important to continually have your logos through it. This program is Publisher, so Microsoft Publisher. It's a combination of a Word document and a PowerPoint presentation, but you can do a lot more. Second page here. We've got I'm feeding into testimonials, so we can show the potential client about the credibility. So these are hyperlinks that get send them through to testimonials. So that's training, and the next one is keynote testimonials. Obviously having pictures and imagery around there. Importantly, it's not too wordy. You've really got to break it up. We've got information on what property managers can get. Again, we've got more testimonials shooting through as well. Okay, we've always got that branding that comes through, and if they want to have a look at some information. So I'm going to share with you, once you've built it through Publisher, what you can do is, because it's a big file to be able to send them. So I'll just show you how to save it. So you save it but you want to save it as a PDF document. Okay, so I've already got it saved here, but I will just build that and show you how it looks, because those hyperlinks where people think they've got to always have all of these attachments that get added to an email. This is an example of how you can be able to put all the attachments together in one document. Okay, so it's just building up. It will open up in the PDF for you, and then I'll be able to open it and show you how those links still work. So it is a very professionally looking document. Okay, as you can see through, it just scrolls down and you can click on that, and what it does, it simply goes straight through to our testimonials. So there's our Google reviews. Please feel free to go and write us a review as well. So I'll just click back onto it, and let's have a look at the testimonies for our keynotes. And again, it feeds you to our website, and you're on our testimonials page. So you can see, and very importantly, we've got videos on there as well. Now, this is where you can go to our website, okay? Simply click on our testimonials and click there, and you'll be able to write us a review. So that's an example of a pre-listing email document. So basically, it's so simple to be able to do. You've got it all worked out there so that it's just one payment, one form, I should say, with all of the links for the educational things in there. So it's a really, really easy system to be able to set up. Obviously, that's an example of how we've got our setup for Inspired Growth Training. So it needs to be for your office. So you can also send off quantity surveyor reports. You can have some pre-reports done that can be done. So you can send them. So being in a real estate agency, yes, we charge fees, but it's so much more important that we're educating clients on how we can save them money. So contact your quantity surveyor and get them to do a localized report for a property. So it's like us doing an estimation over the phone for what rent return we can do. Imagine going into a client's home and you've got an estimate of what they could roughly save on in tax. Okay, so you're then highlighting and you're showing your clients that you can save them potential income. So in New Zealand, you can't do this. It's not qualified for you to do. It's not on your legislation, and obviously overseas, check that as well. Okay, so put together your CMA, which is your comparable market analysis. So all of this works before we're at the property. These are all things that we're doing and we're emailing out. Okay, so it's important to share with them the average days on market versus your local area. Okay, because it's about you having leased properties faster, so you're less days on market than your local area. REA have these reports they can get for you. Your arrears versus your local, national, state areas, etc. So showing that you've got better systems in place, attracting better quality tenants that are actually paying their rent. Okay, so it's more money in your owner's pockets. Okay. Number of tenants applying for properties. This is your BOSS reports. Will show this through Inspect Real Estate if you have those. Properties leased in so many days again. So that's the average days on market. The stats from Inspect Real Estate BOSS reports are brilliant for you to show. And even those REA reports that you can get through OneForm. You don't have to be using OneForm, okay? But you can access those reports through their website, okay? It is for free to use those things.
Hi, I'm Shoshana McNichol from MacCall Real Estate. My role is to assist inner-city investors to secure a high-quality tenant and maximise the return on their investment property. Our CBD, team of 5, have a combined industry experience of 65 years. Our team undertake ongoing training and use the latest technology to ensure that our service remains at the forefront of the industry. Stay with me now for an update on your property.
So that's an example of a video CMA that you can send with all of those stats that I'm giving you examples of what to put together in a CMA. So you can now send it through a video. Now this is impressing clients. That video, you don't actually have to have the rent that you believe it could get, but it's just setting them up early. Okay, so here's another video that you can also do.
I'm Shoshana McNichol from MacCall Real Estate. My role is to assist investors to secure a high-quality tenant and maximise their income on their investment property. Our team undertake ongoing training and use the latest technology to make sure that our service remains at the forefront of the industry. Stay with me now for an update on your property.
So that's just there another, it's a different style of video that you can be sending through. So those two videos are created with iMovie. So on your iPhone, if you have got an iPhone or a Mac or an iPad, that's simply dropping the videos, the photos into the program, the app, and it turns it into video slides. And then you can actually use the typing, put the writing over the top of the photos with your stats. Use local area photos, the suburb, obviously some photos that are recognized, lifestyle photos in your local areas. Okay, then you're only just dropping the front photo of their property on there. So let's keep going. So you can also send them as part of this pre-listing email. Remember, they're just links that are in one PDF. Give them educational videos on the concerns that are included in the kit. And here's some examples.
One of the most common questions I'm asked is how to prepare a home to be rent ready. I'm Lauren Brooks. I am with Independence Capital Property Management. A lot of times, tenants are going to drive past the property before they even give us a call. It is super important to have your yard cleaned up, mow your lawns, remove the weeds, put the dumpster to the side of the house where tenants can't see it. When you walk into a home, you want it to feel inviting. We want it to feel the same way for our prospective tenants. A few of the ways that you can make your home more inviting is that you can open up the windows, make it more bright in the room, take some pictures off the wall, and just keep your basic furniture. If you want more information on how we can help you get your house rent ready, give me a call. I'm Lauren Brooks with Independence Capital Property Management.
So again, that video was done with iMovie, and it took me about 15 minutes.
Hi, I'm Shoshana from Macquarie Real Estate, here today to talk to you about our 4-step marketing campaign to list your property. The first step is to arrange professional photography so that we can showcase all of the wonderful features of your investment property. The second step is to create a marketing plan tailored specifically to your property. The third step is to create the text for our advertisement. Not only will we showcase the features of the home, but also we want to show prospective tenants what sort of lifestyle they can expect by renting your property. So step number 4 is going to market. At Macquarie Real Estate, our experienced property managers use a portal to upload your listing to multiple websites. Now that we have our professional photos, our marketing plan, and we have listed your property on multiple websites, it's time to talk about what else we can do. To maximise the exposure of your realestate.com listing, we can even assist you with upgrading the listing to highlight or premiere. When you are selecting an agent for the leasing and management of your investment property, choose an agency like Macquarie Real Estate, who use a 4-step process to ensure that we maximise the exposure of your listing and secure a high-quality tenant as quickly as possible. To find out more, contact our office today.
So again, it's all about preparing your clients for that sign up. It's educating them that you're the go-to person. In the next session that I will be doing, I'll be sharing with you about Google and the importance of videos as well. So please keep that in mind. So example property marketing also included. So we've just shown and educated them on, getting the property ready for rent, whether it's, little things that you can do, getting us in to help share and educate you on it. And then we've shown them about the different marketing styles. Now let's show them an example of how we can market their property for rent.
Element Property Services proudly presents 64 Sprent Street, Narrabundah, a brand new executive 4-bedroom home with quality inclusions throughout, featuring segregated master bedroom with walk-in wardrobe, as well as large ensuite with bath and a separate toilet. The stunning chef's kitchen features stone bench tops, double oven and a walk-in pantry. The open family room features gas fireplace, and the home also has a soundproof media room with plantation shutters and TV brackets. A segregated teenagers retreat is great for a study, and the home has a beautiful covered outdoor entertaining area to enjoy. For more information, contact Danielle from Element Property Services on 0401 086 400.
So all of these videos, again, they are done with iMovie. So it's quite crazy now how we can do property marketing to impress clients to win those listings. So remember again, we're not even at the appointment yet, and we're sending them this information. And what's really good is it's not all wordy. We're actually educating them through visuals and sounds as well. So if you've got those testimonials, you want to be putting those in there as well. Okay, so let's go through the process of what we've done so far. Okay. And back to some of those links and hyperlinks you can put in, you can get so creative in sharing with people why you are the go-to agency. Just remember all of those frequently asked questions that you can put through, and even a video on who they're dealing with, but we'll get to that again in a second. So the inquiry is in, the appointment's booked, the calendar invite has been sent, and you've now sent off a professional looking pre-listing kit. Okay, that's gone. So what's next? What is the next step? Okay, now you're all going to moan and groan, and I understand about what I'm going to share with you need to do, but this tool and system is working. Okay, guess what it is? You've got to send them a text message. Okay, so simple. Thanks for your time on the phone. Our appointment is booked for, and that is something that you can do through IRE BDM. But taking it up a notch is putting together a short video and sending that to them as a text. Okay, even send that as an email if you don't have the capabilities of doing it. Okay, but send them a text. Our telephones are becoming our new TVs. Everything is on there. 80% of the internet is now viewed through your phone or your handheld device, not a computer screen. Okay, so you know you're going to get to them. So send them a text. Okay?
Hi, Julie here from First National Real Estate Toronto. Just a quick message to say thank you for your inquiry and the opportunity for me to provide you with information regarding our local rental market and our property management services. I'm going to be sending you an email with information attached. Please take the time to have a look over that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to jot them down, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Have a great day.
So that's one professional version that's been sent through that Julie uses. So she actually has one video that she sends out to every single client. I think it's quite good, but personally, I like to get a little bit more personal with my clients. So as an example, if something has been said during a conversation, I will talk about that in a message. But here's another example.
Hi Dennis, it's Taylor here from Rewa or Kenton, just touching base and saying thanks so much for giving me a call regarding your property. I'm really looking forward to appraising it next week. If you have any questions at all between now and then, feel free to give me a call.
Okay, don't worry about the shaking of it on your phone, because you're also, remember, you're looking at this on a computer screen, but if you're looking at it on your phone, it's only a small box and you don't notice it as much. So obviously Taylor there just used that as an example to me that she sent through to me, and that was just about building the confidence up.
Hi Maya, this is Lauren. I figured I would put a face to a name. I did just get out to your property. I'm about to go try these keys that they gave me, see if any of them work. Hopefully I can get in. But I will give you a call later on this afternoon after I finish my report and give you an updated analysis based on what I find. Thanks.
There you go. So I love that what Lauren's done there. She's actually at the property. I've had clients when they've picked up files from rival agents, actually doing it at the front of the rival agent, saying, hey, as you can see, I'm just out the front of the property, outside of the office. I've just picked up the keys. I'll be going to your home now and doing a report for you. I'm not talking about right out the front. They might have been, in the car across the roads, but they can see the office there, and then they can do another one when they're at the property. This can also be used for leasing, giving feedback to your clients as well. Okay, so now let's practice a video text. I'm going to highly, highly, highly encourage you all. Put together a video, a short 10-second video, 20-second video, or 30 if you're game, and send it to me. Okay, send it through to me so I can have a look at it, and I will give you some feedback. Okay, practice makes perfect. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people, you know, when text messaging all started, everyone goes, "Oh, that's rude. Why is someone sending a text? Why don't they pick up the phone?" Well, and now it's become normal. Everyone just messages each other. Okay, videos is that next thing. Okay, the agencies that I'm training that are doing video text have converted more business than ever. Stephen Rosenberg for Empire Industries didn't want to do text messages. He didn't want text messages as part of the business, and I challenged him and said, "Steve, how's your Connect calls working now? Let's do this." He said that this year, 80% of their calls are now being connected and converted in comparison to what they were last year. 80% more. Okay, video text works. Okay, and this is all before the presentation. So please send me a practice video text. Okay, it's funny that we call it a video text, okay, when it's an iMessage, but let's just send it through, okay? Send me one through, and I would love to have a look at it.
Testing, 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 testing.
Oh, please.
Did you video that?
You can't even get anything.
You can't say that anymore. Hi, I'm Darren Hunter.
And I'm Dennis Yusuf, and in session 3.
Hi, I'm Darren Hunter.
And I'm... So I'm just sharing with you all there that, you know, everyone sees Darren and myself on video so often, but we stuff up too. Okay, we do bloopers, we make mistakes. So please, you know, the idea is to encourage you that it's okay. You know that we all make mistakes. So let's just be encouraged and see what we can do. Okay. So no, I'm not a one-take wonder anymore. Darren quite enjoyed that I was stuffing up. So now educate them on their hot points when you're at the appointment. Okay, remind them of why they got you there. You know, show them the example marketings again if you need to, if they're asking the questions. And if they still are, it does mean that they didn't take the time to look through it. You'll know. Okay. Otherwise, you know, you are setting them up for where do I sign when you get to the appointment, okay? You should be working on building rapport with them at the property, okay? Educate them on the hot points, give them the example marketing, book them in to an appointment if you've got them, okay? The example marketing, please physically show them a video off your iPad, your telephones, etc. Don't rely on the internet, okay? Have the actual copies on your phone, on your devices, okay? Book them in and show them. Okay, they get that wow factor of, wow, is that how our tenants are going to be? Show them your applications, whether it's online, because it highlights how strict you are and your routine inspections, etc., how I explained earlier. And if you have any video testimonials. I'm going to share with you now, I had a client that I was spending some time with, and I was at the property for about an hour and a half, and then they said to me, "Dennis, thanks for coming, you've given us a rent. We've actually already got a tenant." And I said, "Oh, that's great. You know, I can reduce the marketing costs, etc. for you." They said, "No, we're going to manage it ourselves." My heart just sunk. You know, I just went, "Oh no, I've lost the listing." I'd previously done a video of a property on the same day. It was actually the previous appointment I was at, where we took over from an owner managing it themselves, and the property was, let's say, in not the best condition. And I had the video. There was no names or addresses used, but I then showed them the video and educated them on the warnings of what could happen, and I'd won the listing. So I was actually having something at the property. So here's some listing kit examples. These are just examples of what you should be taking to the property. Okay, we are going to do a session that'll be part of the knowledge library for all of our members, so you'll have access to it on listing kit examples. But these are just some of the things that you should be putting in to your kits when you're at the property. Again, and here's some more as well. So please don't forget the affiliated training organisations like us that you're part of. You should be using that as a point of difference, okay? Even if you're part of any state institutes, etc. These are all examples of what you should be doing. Now, when you're at a listing appointment, you know, I wasn't one that actually sat there and went through my pack. Okay, I didn't go through the actual pack. But if they asked me a question in relation to something that was of concern, I would pull out the evidence. Okay, if it was landlord's insurance, I'd go, bang, here's our EBM landlord's insurance that we recommend. Please compare it to whom you're currently using, but we recommend them because of, so point out a point for them. Okay, and if you've won any awards or achievements, etc., and especially training attended, while you're watching this video as an example for social media, take a photo of you in front of your computer and post it on social media, because that's something, if you've got office training, you're in a boardroom or whatever the case, take a photo and put it on social media, okay, and show your clients that you are doing training to better the services of your company. Okay, there's a Facebook tick there for you. Now, let's go into the post-appraisal procedure. So put together your thank you letter with a handwritten personal note on it. So that's something I got from Darren Hunter when I attended training that he was at. Okay, he was talking about letters for clients, but I put it into new business. Use a different coloured ink to what you use if you're signing. So, use a purple colour ink or a green or whatever, something that stands out right on the side of it. Something like, I hope the dog next door stops barking, or, good luck with the packing, or hopefully the baby sleeps better tonight. Whatever it is that shows them that you actually listened to them, okay? Scan, then email the letter to them. So the letter should be a letter of what you believe the rent could receive. If it was currently rented, please put a disclosure in there that these rents are an estimate at the current time of the appointment, and it is dependent on supply and demand at the time. Scan it and then email it to them, and also post it out there. Handwrite a thank you card as well, non-branded envelopes. Go out there and get the colour of your branding. So wear blue, wear black, and wear white. So we could use black or blue envelopes, Darren and myself, okay? Update your contact management system, so you should all have one. There's a session in the Knowledge Library about that, okay? We recommend a 24 to 48 hour follow-up call, and then post your thank you appraisal letter and a personal handwritten card. Don't forget to call the potential client up and answer any further questions, okay, that they have asked you, okay, because they might sometimes ask you a question, you might not have been able to answer it, so you can call them back or do a video text back with the response as well. Okay, confirm that you've emailed all the extra relevant information that they were asking for, and don't forget about those follow-ups, and continually follow up them and update whoever referred the business through to you in the first place. Okay, and when an appointment is booked to list with you, refer back to points 4, 5, 6, and 7, meaning once you have got another appointment booked. Okay, so the unsuccessful procedure: add to newsletters, update your contact management systems with a 2-week follow-up call. You want to call them to see how their marketing has progressed, if they've found a tenant yet, and then you can also offer, can we help? Call them again at the 3rd week if it still hasn't found a tenant, and offer to help again. Okay, so if the successful agent has secured a tenant, okay, obviously update where the property went to, update your contact management system, and then give them a call when the first routine is scheduled. Okay, they should be doing a routine at this point. If you've got any questions, etc., give us a call. I'm more than happy to help. Don't get upset and think I'm not going to answer their call if they don't call me. We don't always get the yeses. Okay, you want them to feel like they can use you again. You don't want them crossing the street if they see you down the street because they're they're embarrassed they didn't use you, okay? So, when a salesperson lists a property for sale, what do they do? I just want to share with you in closing, okay, about some quick procedure of what needs to do. They actually install a for lease sign, okay? Then they knock the street, they door knock the street. Then they'll letterbox drop the area as well, and they call buyers that are particularly interested in similar properties, okay? And then they social media it as well, okay? And then they repeat the above after the property has been sold. So when a BDM lists a property for rent, they should be doing the same thing as what sales are doing. They should be doing the same processes. Installing a for lease sign, okay? Door knock the street, letterbox drop the area. So the leasing department, if you have a leasing agent or yourself, should be calling all of those potential tenants that are interested in those similar properties. Do a social media post and then repeat the above after the property has been leased. Please remember, on social media, it's not about a house for rent. It's about a lifestyle change. Okay, so think outside the box. There's knowledge library sessions on social media we've got. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the procedures on what to do prior to the listing presentation and as a follow-up. And yes, I did cover some things to do while you're at the property as well. Please remember, you can go into our Inject Growth Facebook group and ask the questions there. We've got plenty of questions that can be asked. Obviously, you can email me. I'm super excited about seeing any video text messages coming my way as well. Again, you can email myself or Darren if you've got questions. Jump into the Facebook group or send us a text as well. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing people soon.